Just look at that. That is Cock-a-Leekie soup made. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're in Scotland. We are making a classic traditional Scottish Cock-a-Leekie soup. Now, we're not making it with the whole chicken, we're making it with chicken bits. I can't get the whole chicken in this pan. I don't have a pan deep enough, narrow enough. I've got this huge pan, wide. So in here, I've got some chicken pieces, whole legs, skin on, bone in, just what we need. So in here, we're gonna go in with chicken stock. And now this is chicken water. We've been boiling chicken this morning already, so we're going to use that. That is real good quality. And I've also got some chicken stock. In it goes, and on it goes. This comes up to the boil, we get it boiling, and then we skim off any of that foam that's on there. Whilst that's going on, we can prep our veg. It's as quick as this, you know. So veg for the soup can't be any easier. We've got celery, we've got carrots, we've got leeks because it's Cock-a-Leekie. We've got an onion. Now this is the only ingredient which I'm adding, which is more traditional. It's barley, pearl barley in there, and we're going to add that in. It gives a little bit of thickness, and the barley actually, it'll take about an hour to cook through, but it takes on the flavour. It's a fantastic filling addition, traditional for Cock-a-Leekie soup. Now you don't have to add it, you can just make the soup without the barley. Also, I've got prunes. Okay, these are pitted prunes. Traditionally, pitted prunes were in there to sweeten naturally the soup. So we're going to add those as well. And a bit of salt, bit of pepper, bit of bay leaves and a bit of thyme. Okay, what we're going to do is slice everything on this board and we're going to chuck it all in. We need to bring this up to the boil, the chicken, and we're going to skim it. So what we will do first is chuck this out of the way, and we will just dice an onion. Now with it being a soup, it is a straightforward dice. You don't have to cube it too small. We want those pieces of onion in there. It's easy as that. That is job done to one side. Our celery, now you can come as small as you want, it's up to you, but it's going to cook for about an hour. So we want a reasonable little chunk of celery in there. Most people tend to err on the side of chopping it really thinly. It doesn't need to be. So a good centimetre pieces. Now I've got 3 leeks here. We want to chop one reasonably thinly and put to one side, because 2 are going to cook in there and 1 is going to go in towards the end. So this leek, we're just going to chop this fairly finely. And we're going to get that in a bowl. Now that is going to one side. So we've got those leeks in there, shove them to one side. That goes in towards the end. It'll be cooked for the last 15 minutes. These carrots have been washed and dried. Again, reasonable chunks. These things are going to be cooking in there for a little bit of time. Let's just shove it in a bowl to make room for our chopping of our leeks. Okay, our leeks then. Fairly large chunks of leek. Now don't forget, it's going to open up and boil in our soup. So there's no point putting slithers of leek in there. And we'll have a little bit of that green stuff. Now you don't have to add the green, but we might as well have a little bit of colour. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit more water in there, because when we add our veggies, there ain't going to be just quite enough. Okay, you can see there is just a tiny little bit of foam round there. Now I'm not going to skim that. If it was foam everywhere, I would skim it, but I don't see the point in skimming that. It's going to cook back into the soup. That choice is yours. So we are going in there with our veg. Want a little bit of seasoning. And these are whole peppercorns. We're going to put those in. Now that is just going to bubble away in there and put that nice peppery flavour all the way through there. In with a good pinch of thyme. That must be a good teaspoon of thyme there. Bay leaves. Our prunes for sweetness, the traditional way. We're going to stir our barley in there. We want that barley in. Just give that a stir. There we go. And we are going in there with our leeks. Including the one that wants to go away. So there we are. Lid on. Simmer this for 1 hour. Okay, that's been simmering away in there for a good hour and 10 minutes. Now you're looking here, that compared to when we put it in, just look how thick that is. That broth is a perfect broth from that barley and all that veg in there. That is looking really lush. Okay, what we need to do is just turn it off a second, and we need to get that chicken out of there and shred it. Try to leave the barley in. So that you can see that chicken is really soft and tender. We don't want the bones or the skin, and we chuck the chicken back in there. So let's just have that out. That is tremendous. Now all we're doing is taking 2 forks and we're just doing that. We want that chicken off there. Just look at that. Perfect chicken. So just take as much chicken off as you can. We don't want the skin, we don't want the bones. Just get as much of that chicken meat as physically possible. Okay, we got a really nice pile of shredded chicken there. That goes back in the soup. So we are just straight in there with all that chicken. Just look at that. Remember our leeks? They're in the top. Just give it a little stir through. It's all in there. Now, we need to just give this a little taste test. Check for seasoning. I want just a little bit more salt. Stir that in. Now if the bay leaves have come to the top like these have, let's whip them out now. So whip out your bay leaves. Okay, flame back on, and we want to simmer this for about 10 minutes, and those little chunks of leek in there will soften up, but they're going to stay together. That's at 10 minutes, that's enough. We want a bit of texture left in those leeks. Now, if you want the leeks to go softer, that's fine. Let's remove that. That really does look fantastic. Look at all that barley, the chicken. You've got a fantastic broth there, look. That broth is unbelievable. And that's all from the veg and the barley, which has thickened it up. That is one heck of a hearty pan full of goodness right there. That really is phenomenal. Right, let's get some served up and let's give it a try. Just look at that. That is Cock-a-Leekie soup made. That is absolutely phenomenal. All we got to do now is get stuck in and give it a try. Oh, that is a bowl of goodness right there. Leek, chicken. A lovely natural broth. Not sweet or anything, even though we got the prunes in there, you know. You've got the barley which has taken on all that flavour and softened up. That is one heck of a hearty meal. You've got all that subtle flavour in there from the leeks. It is incredible. Fantastic on a cold day. Well, that is traditional Cock-a-Leekie soup made. If you like what we're doing, don't forget, smash that like and subscribe, share with your friends. All that kind of stuff. We'll catch you in the next video.